Welcome to the Inside Man podcast. I'm your host, Tim Martinez. Our lesson is finish well. I once heard a saying, once a task has just begun, never leave until it's done. Whether the task is big or small, do it well or not at all. It was actually Quincy Jones who said that. It was in his documentary. I'm not really sure where he got that quote from, but I once had it printed and put on my wall. And if you ask my kids, they can tell you that quote. They can finish it. Once a task is just begun, never leave until it's done. There's a lot of power in that. It's so easy. We want to just walk away midstream from tasks. And it doesn't matter if they're big or small, but we got to do them well or not at all. Don't even approach it. So the notion of finishing well can be put into the context of something small, like a task. I remember when my boys were washing dishes, I'd say, hey, every dish is a task and you got to wash that dish to the best of your ability. Whether you're doing it for your employer or you're doing it at home, wash the dish like you owned it, like you were going to eat off of it. Because the truth of the matter is, every task requires your best effort. Each one. And if you're not going to step into something the best that you can, why even do it? Because there's always someone else that will step in and do it better. And the market chooses, the market decides and determines, well, if we're not going to get the best service from you, I'll just go to the other person that will give me better service. So yes, this is about doing your best job, but really it's about finishing well. Take your task, do it to the best of your ability, and you will finish well. Now, if it's something much larger, if you're an athlete and you're playing a game, if you miss one shot, you got to get back on the court. You got to keep hustling. You got to keep playing. You got to be a good team member. You can't give up until the game is over. You have to keep going. They say it's not whether you win or lose, but how well you play the game. That's because there are many more games to be played. It's the whole lose the battle but win the war concept. Did you play the game well? Did you finish well? Did you go hard? Did you go strong? Did people watching you play that game say, that's the one right there, that guy, that was the MVP of the game? Finish strong. So if you're in a job and you don't like the job, who cares? Keep doing your best work. And if you're really so dissatisfied, then go find something else. But when you get to that other place, you're also going to have to do a great job there. And if you started a business and it's not going the way you wanted it, who cares? Just keep showing up, keep doing the best that you can, and make sure that when the day wraps, you left nothing on the table, that you can finish well. And the secret is that when you approach everything with the idea of trying to finish well, you will do better work. You will be more successful. But what about your life as a whole? What does it look like when you finish well? My grandmother passed, I believe she was at 96 years old, and she was a saint. I mean, talk about finishing well. Everybody loved her and respected her. She gave everything she had to the world. Awesome person. Leave nothing on the table. Finish well. So what does your life look like? Finishing well. What do you want people to say at the end of the day, at the end of the game, at the end of your life? That person added so much value to my life, to those around them. I mean, that's what I want people to say about me. So it's my North Star. Now, I'm not approaching this morbidly, not living every day as thinking about, oh, when I die. No, I'm just thinking about every individual task right in front of me. Is it easy? No, it's not always easy. You don't always feel like it. You don't always want to finish the thing. But if you're in it, you got to do it well. And this is a podcast for another time, but not everything is worth your time. We've talked about that. But if you've made a commitment and said, yes, I will do this thing, then finish well. Look, I'd rather hire somebody, partner with someone, work with someone, invest into somebody who I know can take the ball and take it to the finish line, versus someone who just has a lot of ideas and a lot of energy, but they can never get past the 5-yard line. They can never get off the blocks. It's not about how well you start, it's about how well you finish. Can you finish well? So there you have it. If you want a successful life, you must be able to finish well. You must be able to have people around you say that about you, say that about your work. This individual, they bring the ball over the line all the time. They give it everything they got. Keep approaching your life and your work that way, and you will finish well.